Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs has just been sentenced to more than 4 years in prison.
We have breaking news. Rapper Sean Diddy Combs is in solitary confinement after a source says he was involved in a prison fight.
I was a victim of a shooting that night in the club, December 27th, 1999, shot in the face by Sean Puffy Combs.
Hip-hop has spent decades romanticizing men who supposedly live outside the rules. Then somebody gets presented to you as a man who might actually live outside the rules, and everybody gets scared. Now fuck all the polite shit. Let's talk about the hypocrisy. Hip-hop spent years screaming, keep it real. How real do you want it? Because the same culture that celebrates rappers for talking about shootings, beatings, drug trafficking, revenge, crews, women, intimidation, and street power suddenly gets uncomfortable when those same words stop being lyrics and start sounding like somebody's real life. Puff has been accused of having a man's car blown up. That's some mob shit. Puff beat Steve Stout with a champagne bottle. That's not a rap lyric. That happened. Puff has been accused of slapping Drake. Puff has been accused of shooting a woman during that infamous nightclub incident in the face. But think about the reputation we're talking about. Money, power, violence, women, street connections, loyalty, fear, and enough controversy to follow this man through 3 decades of hip-hop. Then the federal government came knocking. They investigated this man. They put racketeering conspiracy on him. They took him into federal custody. And suddenly the culture that spent decades worshiping mafia imagery started looking at Puff like they had never heard of John Gotti. What the fuck did y'all think a gangster was? Tony Montana posters, Scarface samples, mob boss chains, calling your crew a family, rapping about bodies you ain't catch? Y'all love organized crime when it's printed on a t-shirt. But when the government starts talking like somebody actually operated that way, now it's too real. And here's where I'm really gonna piss somebody off. The culture loves saying, never snitch. That's supposed to be sacred, right? That's one of hip-hop's favorite street commandments. Don't cooperate, don't tell, don't fold. I never heard or seen one document about Puff telling. Where's that story? Because y'all can't keep changing the rules depending on whether you like the motherfucker playing the game. I'm not asking you to celebrate somebody hurting people. I'm asking why the fuck we spent decades celebrating the idea of hurting people and then acting surprised when the fantasy gets blood on it. That's the mirror. Maybe the problem ain't Puff Daddy. Maybe Puff Daddy exposed a contradiction that hip-hop doesn't want to admit. We want gangstas with an off switch. We want them dangerous on Spotify, dangerous on YouTube, dangerous in interviews, dangerous in the booth. But when that same energy walks into the room, oh, now everybody wants accountability. Now everybody remembers what's right and wrong. Now everybody suddenly understands consequences. That's why I'm calling this episode Puff Daddy, the last gangsta in hip-hop. Because maybe this culture finally reached the point where it realized something. Real gangsta shit ain't entertainment. It's ugly. It's selfish. It's dangerous. People get hurt. People go to jail. Families get destroyed. And there ain't no beat playing in the background when the consequences show up. So maybe Puff Daddy didn't destroy the gangsta image. Maybe he held that motherfucker up close enough for everybody to finally see what it looks like without the music. And hip-hop didn't like its own reflection. You wanted gangsta. What the fuck did you think you were asking for? This is the Gangsta Hour radio show, hosted by Crash Out Cash Out, powered by Street Bang Radio. We not asking. We taking.